Tonight, we've hopefully brought to light the impact that films have made and can make on our lives as individuals and on society as a whole. And the Oscar goes to Parasite.
The Oscar goes to Parasite.
Bong Joon-ho. Parasite.
In 2020, something unusual happened. Parasite became the first non-English film in Oscar history to win the Best Picture, and the only film that year to outshine its domestic rivals in awards. But Parasite is more than just a winner. It's a symbol of global cinema, the product of a system that has never belonged to only one nation. Film history was built on exchange. Styles traveled, techniques migrated, ideas crossed borders. Cinema has always been a dialogue. It all started in the late 1960s when the Hollywood was in crisis. The studio system was collapsing while television was pulling audiences away. Production costs were rising rapidly and the traditional model of distribution was failing. So Hollywood was searching for survival and it desperately needed a hero. That hero came in the form of the blockbuster, not simply a popular film, but a financial strategy. A film engineered from the ground up to be massive. Bold in size, aggressive in marketing, and built to win the box office.
A mystery. Uncle Charlie, shopping for him is an adventure. Now, my nephew Timmy was easy. All he wanted was, hey-ya! This from Blockbuster Video. Then it hit me. I could make everyone happy at Blockbuster. And with Blockbuster gift certificates, Aunt Esther can rent all kinds of mysteries. Uncle Charlie can choose his own adventures. And I can have a wonderful life. Blockbuster Video. Give the gift of entertainment.
Its success had to be extraordinary due to enormous costs. Cinema was no longer just storytelling, it had become industrial strategy.
I can't get this open.
Allow me to help you, young one.
Thanks, mister.
May the fries be with you.
Star Wars Episode 3 toys are now at Burger King. There are 31 different toys you can collect. You can wind up General Grievous, race around with the Millennium Falcon, or make Yoda do a backflip. There's one in every kid's meal, only at Burger King.
And every strategy needs a spine, something strong enough to carry the weight of the entire operation. This is where the tentpole comes into play. Film historian David Cook describes the shift through the term tentpole, a model that concentrates the studio's resources on a one massive production. Studios no longer spread resources across many projects. Instead, they relied on one or two enormous films to define the entire year. Unlike the blockbuster, which measures commercial success, the tentpole was a calculated investment model, the framework that held every hit in place. Every tentpole is designed to become a blockbuster. Still, not every blockbuster starts as a tentpole. Not every film was made this way. The ones that were carried extreme stakes with the studio's fortunes hanging in the balance. Production demanded a different approach. A single 35mm could cost up to $2,000. Millions were at stake before realized. A pressure that pushed industry toward global market and eventually digital distribution. Risk was no longer spread out. One clumsy misstep could lead directly to the abyss. The domestic American market was no longer enough. Hollywood needed to conquer the world. Global spreading was the only way out of the maze. To reduce uncertainty, studios relied on safe bets. Sequels.
This is true about sequels. If something is good,
Why ruin
it?
Prequels.
Popular, you're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper voice when you talk to boys. The ways to alert and flounce. Ew. I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair. Everything that really counts to be popular.
Expanding franchise built on hits, spectacle became the lingua franca of the world cinema. Before the race even began, Hollywood had already won. Smaller national industries could not compete. The cinematic machine was unstoppable. And yet, miracles happen. Resistance rises. digital technology became accessible, giving filmmakers room to break free. And with that freedom, they could offer something completely different. Independent cinema rose, defying the blockbuster empire. Indie films opposed the mega movie madness, long takes, slow rhythms, minimalism. Where blockbusters went epic, indie cinema pulled you in.
Her fingers moved gently in his hair. She looked up and across the barn, and her lips came together and smiled mysteriously.
In 1995, Dogma 95 formalized this rebellion. Cinema stripped down to vulnerability, a raw understanding of human nature. Yet while Dogma 95 was redefining cinematic form, a deep revolution was happening beneath the surface. The physical era of film began to fade. Once cinema became data, it could appear everywhere at once, making global releases standard practice. Then streaming platforms entered the arena, rewriting the rules of circulation. They did more than just expand access, they changed the rhythm of consumption itself. The concept of waiting vanished and viewers gained new control. Even though the term binge watching first appeared in the 1990s, with the rise of DVD box sets, when audiences could consume multiple episodes without interruption, it was Netflix and the era of streaming platforms that truly normalized this practice, releasing entire seasons at once and encouraging extended viewing sessions. In a single sitting, viewers could experience so much that they felt everything a character went through as a personal journey.
So, back to it.
Psychiatrist Sonia Dalchain explains that binge watching is changing the way we experience stories. Our brain adapts to the pace, making narratives feel continuous rather than broken into pieces. All of this transformation led to a moment in which a South Korean film could become a global event. Decades of crisis, expansion, and digitalization gradually recalibrated the balance of power, not overnight, but step by step. In such a landscape, origin is no longer an obstacle, it becomes a specificity that circulates. The victory of Parasite wasn't an exception. It was the logical outcome of a globally connected system. The future of the cinema is full of contradictions. While Hollywood chases bigger screens and blockbuster spectacles, viewers more commonly watch a film on the smallest devices. This is where the paradox of small screen lies. Still, the heart of the cinema is its stories. Films continue to move us, challenge us, and connect us. The experience they leave behind cannot be undone. No matter the screen, cinema maintains its impact, proving that the seventh art has a strong and lasting future.